The Lord also spoke to Moses, saying, when you take a census of the sons of Israel to number them, each one of them shall give a ransom for himself to the Lord when you number them, that there may be no plague among them when you number them. This is what everyone who is numbered shall give, half a shekel according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The shekel is 20 gerahs, half a shekel as a contribution to the Lord. Everyone who was numbered from 20 years old and over shall give the contribution to the Lord. The rich shall not pay more, and the poor shall not pay less than the half shekel, when you give the contribution to the Lord to make atonement for yourselves. And you shall take the atonement money from the sons of Israel, and shall give it for the service of the tent of meeting, that it may be a memorial for the sons of Israel before the Lord, to make atonement for yourselves. Now let's go over the 10 benefits of the half shekel. The first one is equality among men before the Lord. There is no favoritism, okay? Whether you're rich or you're poor, there's no favoritism. Whether you have high education or low education, still no favoritism before the Lord. So we all, as men, stand before the Lord equally, okay? Number 2, each man of age makes his own contribution. This is to encourage responsibility, okay? The ability to step forward and the desire to do so and handle your responsibilities as a man from 20 years of age and older, okay? Number 3, allows men to view the service to the Lord not as a burden, okay? That's why it's set as a half shekel, okay? Approximately today, that would be somewhere around 13 cents, okay, that would be delivered. And if you were to give that, say, for instance, 52 weeks out of the year, every Shabbat, that would come out to be a total of $6.76. Doesn't seem much of a burden now, does it? Okay? Number 4, focuses men to realize the importance and need of each other as a community. Meaning that we want to include our brothers and make sure if our brother needs help, okay, that we're able to provide that help. If he needs a job, we're able to provide that to him. Okay, we don't look at him higher or lower in the eyes of the Lord. We have to look at him as the Lord looks at him, as an equal, just like he would look at me as an equal. If I make more or I make less, whatever the case may be, if I'm in a higher position and he's at a low position, the opportunity for me to help him, I should be able to look for opportunities to do so. So we work together as a community. Number 5, maintains the position of the priest in humility and observance of the people. Okay? With this being distributed and brought forth for the service, this goes to the priest. And it allows the priest to live a lifestyle that's commiserate with the community itself, okay? Our people as a nation itself. The priests don't rise above the people, okay? The priests rise with the people, okay? There's a big difference. They don't rise above, they don't go below, but they rise with the people. So if the people are prosperous, then the priests are prosperous, okay? It's not the priests are prosperous and the people are poor, okay? The priests prosper because the people prosper, okay? And that's based upon really the multiplication and the amount of sons that are born and a number of men around and available, okay? See here, number 6, reminds men that atonement has a price set by the Lord and no one else, okay? So no pope, no pastor, no one sets the price for atonement but the Lord. No one changes that price of atonement but the Lord. So all of that's all focused to keep men focusing towards the Lord and recognize the importance of atonement and that we are fallen short and we do have shortcomings. We do have sins that we need to have atoned for. Okay? So it keeps us cognizant and aware of that. Number 7, presents men in a favorable attitude to contribute. So it's affordable. Okay. One of the biggest things about men contributing to the needs of the congregation or the assembly is that often it's not affordable. Okay. It's beyond their means. It's extravagant. It's excessive. It's gaudy. Okay. It's ridiculous. Okay. In this regard, though, the Most High presents something that is favorable in the minds of men to encourage them to contribute. Okay. Doesn't cause them to not to desire to contribute. It causes them to desire to contribute. Okay. And have not a bad taste in their mouth for doing so. Number 8, exemplifies what a king/leader, our God, requests of his men. Okay? So we don't present ourselves in a position, if we were to be in a position of leadership or king or anything like that, we see as an example provided by our God that we are to be not as burden. We don't want to be a burden upon our people. We want our people to be happy. We want them to be excited and inspired, thinking about giving and contributing in matters of charity, okay, without pain, without suffering, okay, without anger, all right, or resentment. Number 9, implies the importance of men and sons, stronger in numbers, okay, meaning that we're not trying to lay the burden on one particular group or put more pressure on another, okay. We want to keep it balanced because we need everyone in our group to rise together for this contribution, okay. We need everybody to rise and work together. We don't put too much pressure on one side or the other, higher or lower or in between, okay. Everyone is important. Everybody is needed as far as the men in that regard. And that's the other thing that has to be brought out. Other benefit is it takes the burden off women having to do this. This is the responsibility of men, okay? Not women at all. Number 10, men have a place to refer to in memory as a source of inspiration. When they're looking at the tent of meeting and the progressing and the growing of the priest and all those things, they look at what they have contributed to and they've watched how it's prospered, okay, how it's grown, how it's benefited, okay, how it's stabilized. Those particular things, they can look at this as a memorial and realize and draw from that as an inspiration that this is how it ought to be. This is the way things are nice, smooth, consistent, okay, steady, okay, fair, equitable, okay. That's what they look as a place of inspiration.